You see that graphic? California screaming. Restaurants in California are still feeling the pain of COVID shutdowns and restrictions. Watch this.
It's very traumatizing. It makes you very angry. I mean, what people don't understand is people are still going out of business from this. It closed 30% of the restaurants in California. And the way he said it, it's just, I don't understand. Isn't there any liability, any responsibility that anybody is going to take for this? It destroyed our industry. It's very confusing.
Joining me now is celebrity chef Andrew Gruel. Andrew, thanks very much for coming back on the show. Is it really that bad? 30% of restaurants in California closed?
Yeah, that number actually seems even low to me. But, the pandemic obviously kicked off this astronomical firestorm of chaos that now we've seen reverberate and actually grow mini lives of their own in regards to all of this chaos, especially across the restaurant industry and retail. So
do you blame Fauci? Was the 6 foot distancing and the mask wearing and the shutdown completely? Do you blame him?
Yeah, I mean, I don't personally hold the animosity towards him as the only architect of this chaos, but I would certainly say that if he was, the man behind all of the science, and the science was constantly what's held in front of our faces to justify everything that we've had to go through, and he sits there and there's absolutely no reckoning when we watch him on the stand, a couple days ago, no reckoning at all. He's double downing on all of his decisions and there's not going to be any culpability. Then, yeah, I mean, to some degree, I blame him, but that massive establishment and this diffusion of responsibility, it's kind of everybody pointing the fingers at everybody else and saying, no, they did it, but we did the right thing. And here are businesses, restaurants, and retail in general, and all of these small business owners that haven't recovered, as Angela mentioned in that previous clip, but it's only getting worse, right? It's constantly getting worse and worse every single day.
The Mexican restaurant chain, Rubio's Coastal Grill, they abruptly shut 48 of their locations in California, and they blame the rising cost of doing business in the state. I presume that $20 minimum wage in California, that's cutting way into your profitability, right?
Yeah, well, I mean, like you're baking a cake, there's many ingredients in the cake, and that's certainly one of the key ingredients is the cost of labor, but generally the cost of doing business, which to some degree is a cliche. So if we want to isolate it, it's really CRT. And in this case, I mean crime, regulations, and taxes. Allowing all of these crimes has really ripped apart the social fabric that we know of as the foundation of businesses, and then businesses have had to suffer because of all the crime in their surrounding communities. Business goes down, the regulations have piled up. It's almost as if the bureaucrats, many of whom were working remotely, sat at home just trying to make up, insignificant regulations that restaurants and retail would ultimately have to follow. And then taxes. I mean, you can't tax your way out of this, but for some reason, the governments continue to think that they can. And the businesses and the restaurants are the ones that are ultimately paying through that black hole in which there's never an end.
How are you dealing with this? Are you hiring fewer people?
Well, you've got to be more efficient with your operations and, you've got to increase prices, but it's always a balance because, as you know, in the business world, sales solves everything. So if you start increasing your prices too much, well, then you're not going to be able to have the sales that are ultimately going to be able to solve a lot of those fixed costs. And when we talk about this labor element, I would say that in regards to Rubio's, that's certainly a big piece of it because I know that it sounds like if they were paying their workers $17 an hour and they're up to 20, oh, well, at 30 workers a week, 40 hours a week, that's only $1,200 extra dollars times 3, $3,600. Well, the payroll taxes on that alone will make it at least $5,000 to $6,000 a week. 52 weeks over, that's $300,000 a year.
Have you ever thought of leaving California?
Yeah, I've already said I will keep my one restaurant in California. I'm going to franchise out of the state moving forward, and I will not open another business in California until they actually fix things on a go-forward basis.
Good luck with that. Andrew Gruel, thanks very much for coming back on the show today. You've got a good story to tell, and we'd like to hear it. Thank you, Andrew.
Thank you.
Sure thing. Okay, come back into this, Lou. What are your thoughts on a $20